Yeah. What it do? This your boy Cobe Rise and Rise. We back at it again. It is. Hey man, we're gonna get it rocking. Yes, sir. Y'all see the title. The title is Self-Awareness. It is. Hey man, y'all like that music? Yes, sir. All right, let's get to the show. All right. Welcome to the show, Cobe Rise and Rise. We back at it again. All right, let me see if I can share everything out. What's popping, y'all? All right. Bingo. Yeah. What it do? What it do? How y'all feeling, man? How y'all feeling? You feel me? Welcome to the show, man. It's your boy Cobe Rise and Rise. We back at it again with a banger. You dig? So we got the title. The title today is Self-Awareness. Last week, for y'all that don't know, we spoke about self-love, real love, right? And that's sharing that love back to the community. So with that being said, let me see. I think I froze up. There we go. I think I might have froze. There we go. All right, I'm back. All right. So, like I was saying before, welcome to the show. Last week we talked about real love. We talked about self-love. Just to kind of give you a general synopsis, right? So when we talk about real love, we talk about the heart organ. So with the heart organ, that's pretty much what you want to stay, or you want to maintain health, and you want to make sure you're increasing health when it comes to your heart organ, right? So we spoke about that last week, and it was a great transition, man, because we actually spoke about, the different things when it comes to self-love, right? And just showing that love and showing that appreciation. You dig what I'm saying? So, excuse me, just trying to wait on Showtime real quick, I'm saying he's going to pop in here shortly. You dig? But, and that really leads into today's topic, man, when it comes to real self-awareness, right? Real self-awareness. And so let me just got to give y'all a breakdown of self-awareness. So pretty much, man, this is just the ability to perceive and to understand, right? That's the ability to perceive and the ability to understand. All right. Make sure you understand the things that make you who you are, and to make you as an individual, including personality, actions, values, beliefs, emotions, thoughts, all these good things, right? And so, in the psychological state of just becoming really focused and paying attention to things, right? It's just the focus of detail and attention, really. So, yeah. Just kind of wanted to let me just see what's going on out there real quick. Let's see the topic. Let me see who rocking with the show. Man. All right, let's get it. Oh yeah. We got a couple of risers, man. What's going on with your risers? What's going on? I think Showtime trying to get in, but I think he needs to connect his mic. Show if you can hear me, man. Try to connect your mic and your camera feed. I'll add you into the StreamYard. You did. So yeah, we have self-awareness. You did. Self-awareness. All right, there you go. You better come in. All right. Yeah, there you go. Let's get it. Hold on. Let me make sure I can hear you, bro. Testing. Can you hear me, bro?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, man. How you feeling?
I'm good, man. How about yourself?
Man, I'm blessed. It was a long day. So I'm glad to get back in the studio. Yes, sir.
Yes,
make sure you can hear me clear, man. I got a new camera, so I want to make sure I'm looking good out here. All right. All right. So yeah, bro. I pretty much started off with the just on self love because you spoke about self love last week and real love. You know what I'm saying? Showing that love and understanding, where we are when it comes to just having that strong sense of love first within ourselves, and exuberating that into the outside masses. You dig? So I think that was a really good segue into the next topic, which is this week, and we're talking about self awareness. And that's the main topic today. So I pretty much went over pretty much what self awareness is the ability to perceive and understand things that make you who you are as an individual, right? That includes personality, actions, values, beliefs, emotions and thoughts. Pretty much the psychological state of focus and paying attention to oneself. You dig? So that's just the brief synopsis of it. But I would like to I want to try to relate this into health and into elevating our culture. You dig? So I'll start with you, man. When it comes to self awareness, right? What are some of the benefits of self awareness, and how can we utilize self awareness to elevate not only ourselves but to elevate the people around us? Especially when it comes to health, building up the culture, and all those aspects. What do you think?
For sure, for sure. I like the way you broke it down. I like the definition, man. Just I feel like I can only just be transparent and relate best. I know for
Absolutely.
me, just being aware of those traits and maybe those strengths, if you would, that I have. I understand. We speak about knowing your why all the time, and I think understanding your strengths helps you define your why. Understanding where you may be good at, or it all helps you be real realistic with yourself. Me understanding where I'm strong at, or my strengths, and understanding my weaknesses, what I need to get better at. It helps me define that why.
Hmm.
So self-awareness, it guides me when it comes to working out and my health efforts. you know um but definitely, just as a person, and in general, you want to be self-aware. You want to just know and understand and be able to assess yourself, how you're treating people, how you're treating people around you, and why you're even here. So that's definitely a topic. It's big. you know I know you said a few things about it. Yeah. Hey, how you felt? Some of the
Yeah, I
things I
think you
was saying,
froze
some of the
up.
points.
Sorry about that. I think you might have froze
Okay,
up at
okay.
first. But yeah, I was pretty much so I just gave a definition. But man, like I like what you said too, because you said, it really formulates, who you are as an individual. So I guess it's safe to say, man, like self-awareness and essentially is a complete understanding of who you are. You dig? And I guess it enables you to be the best version of yourself. Or one thing that it allows you to do, I
Yeah,
guess.
that's a fact. That's a fact. And also help you establish some of those goals. I was just thinking about it. How often, especially as trainers, do we hear people come up like, man, yeah, I want to get muscles, but not like this, or I want to get muscles, but not like him, or you know, I feel
Yeah.
like being self-aware,
I
you
look like a
already
bodybuilder. I don't
know,
want to look like
your capability.
no juice head.
You hear me? You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
You
you.
hear me? And I feel like those people, yeah, those people are so distracted sometimes, man. I always those clients I hear that always come to me, always comparing their goals to others. That self-awareness process also, it'll help you establish some clear-cut goals for yourself. And knowing those strengths. Well, for me, I like a lean physique, so it helps me gauge my goals and my in life and everything. So
Yo, that's
But
a
yeah,
fact. I think and I'll kind of like help out the people, man. Like, when it comes to self-awareness, it really is a way to know knowledge of self. You dig? I think it's important when you're self-aware, and I think it's a little bit different, than um spatial awareness, right? So spatial awareness is being aware of what's around you, right? Because we can be self-aware, but we not necessarily be aware about what's going on in our surroundings. So I want to make sure people clear, like, self-awareness isn't, you aware of what's going on down the street. Like, it ain't like that. But to me, self-awareness is just knowledge of self. You know, the more we know ourselves, and we can be self-aware about what we do. So I'll just give you an example. So, like, me being self-aware is knowing when I'm not being my best self. Let's just say if I know or I'm feeling myself as tired, I'm aware enough that I can say, okay, well, yeah, I'm tired. So I know myself enough to know why I got tired. Did I get enough sleep last night? You know what I'm saying? Did I eat like too much food at one time? You know what I'm saying? Did I eat the wrong food at the wrong time? You know what I'm saying? And I'll take it a step further. Like, let's say if I start coughing and sneezing, right? There's probably a reason for it. So if I'm self-aware, I can say, well, you know what? I did go outside with no coat on in the rain. You did. Oh, that's why I'm sneezing and coughing. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm self-aware with that. But I think also knowledge of self with that self-awareness becomes especially when it comes to the definition. I like what it said when it comes to like personality, actions, values, beliefs, and emotions. You know what I'm saying? I think that helps you stay on par with your purpose. So perfect example is like, you know, if you got to go to work at 6 o'clock in the morning, right? Knowledge of self means you're better off if you get at least 6 hours of sleep. So oh, if you got something to do, let's say somebody trying to call you out to go out. Oh man, we about to go to such and such, bar. We going on vacation. Well, you got to get up in the morning, and self awareness means you got to get 6 hours of sleep. And if it's right at 6 hours, you can't go because you self aware. You know what's gonna happen whenever you go out because you're not gonna be your best version the next day. So that's gonna keep you in check. I think knowledge of self keeps you in check, and it keeps everybody else in check as long as we enforce that, and not let the outside entities move us off our square. I think knowledge of self is a way to ground yourself if you don't know. And I think it's one way to save your own self because, peer pressure is crazy if you don't have knowledge of self. You could be in a car, saying with some people and, you don't know what they got in the car, right? And knowledge of self, man, like you got dragged into something that you necessarily not wanting to do, but you allowed, the lack of self-awareness to push you into something that you don't need to be in. You dig what I'm saying? And so I think knowledge of self really enforces you to say, no, I'm good because I know where I need to go. You know what I'm saying? I know how I am as a person. So like for me, I know I'm an influencer. So I'm pretty good when it comes to, like motivation, speaking and things like that. That my lifestyle told me that. But, with that knowledge of self, you can utilize that to your own benefit. You dig? So like a good personality, like I guess one thing you could say is you could take a personality test, what I'm saying, to almost reaffirm who you are, knowledge of self. There's a good website that's it's called Gallup. They got a Clifton Strengths test. You know what I'm saying? And you can take that test and you can almost affirm, like, based on the certain criteria of questions, um, pretty much knowledge of self. You can be self-aware of that. So that way you know where you can and can't go, and you can stand firm on what your beliefs and values are. And that's gonna be a mixture of how you grew up, what you learned through your experience, what you believe in. And using that, I think is a good chance to knowledge or self-awareness is going to be that key factor to really to get you where you need to go.
yeah, yeah. I love it. I love it. And I was just thinking when you were speaking, man, I said a lot of people are misguided because they don't have that trait, that self awareness. And
Mm-hmm.
I like how you can be lost, you said, just kind of putting it with health and just everyday living, like you gotta realize if you don't know yourself, how could you really set your goals? How could you set your life goals, your financial goals? I think for me, that self awareness, that was probably one of the traits and maturity, and being able to build a foundation and set some goals. So actually a really good topic, man. And you definitely hit it, man, that self awareness and run that knowledge of self, just understanding. I mentioned too, just understanding some of your strengths, understanding what are your weaknesses. Is that an area
Yep.
that you can that you're better at? Understanding your environment, your surroundings, your choices, your
Mm.
decisions. Do your decisions help you, or do your decisions, are they benefiting the overall goal or negative when it comes to the overall goal? So definitely, man, I love this. I love this topic. Definitely, that self awareness is gonna be key. It's gonna be key. We
That's a
got so
fact.
many pretenders, man. I remember, just not being as self aware, not understanding myself as much as I do now. And it kind of tainted some of my goals, some of my views in life, some of the decisions I
Mm.
made as a father, as a husband, everything in life. So, like I said, man, just thinking when you was talking, definitely, man, this is definitely one of those key traits. Like
Yo,
hand in hand with that
that's
self
huge.
love from last week, self aware this week.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, like you ever seen a like a post when it talks about like how like you can be a cat, but the cat look in the mirror and he see a huge tiger. You know what I'm saying? It's like that it's that the power of self-awareness, right? You can look like something, but if you see yourself as something better, that's pretty much what you're gonna strive for. I think it raises the bar. You know what I'm saying? So it also goes into self-aware. Like if I know in my heart, like, you know what, I'm supposed to be way more healthy than this. You know what I'm saying? So I'm self-aware enough to look in the mirror and say, I know for a fact I'm not where I know I need to be because inside I know I'm big up here. You feel me? But on the outside, it's like, nah, I'm not, I'm not, I need to be up where I know I can be at, right? So that self-awareness, you aware enough to know, hey, you know what? I'm about to go ahead and just be this beast that I know I am. You know what I'm saying? And then that's gonna help you now get into that next level, and in a way, man, it's like you see yourself as bigger than than what it is, but the action is gonna come about that so that way you can take the necessary need or the necessary actions to carry out that goal. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a psychological thing because Harvard actually did a study. They say it's two types of of self-awareness. Well, actually, no, there's four self-awareness archetypes. You have introspectors, you have awareness, you have seekers, you have pleasers. So the internal self-awareness is high for people who are introspective and aware. So those are people who are clear on who they are, but they don't challenge their own views or searching, for blind spots. And then aware means pretty much they know who they are, what they want to accomplish, seek out and value others' opinions. And pretty much that's where the leaders are. That's where the leaders begin to fully realize the true belief of self awareness. So external self awareness is more on that route. And then low external, there's two factors. So internal self awareness, internal self awareness, external self awareness. And then you got four archetypes that's aware, introspectors, seekers, and then pleasers. So like the least amount of internal self-awareness is seekers and pleasers. But the highest internal self-awareness is introspectives and awareness people. And then the external factor of it, it goes into the lowest of the low is a seeker. So that's people who are seekers and pleasers. So you really don't want to be a pleaser. That's the one I was talking about with, let's say if you get in a car with some questionable folks, you know what I'm saying? You're just trying to people please at this point. You dig? That's a low internal self-awareness. You externally aware of what's going on, but you're not internally aware enough to where you have your own belief and you can combat that. You dig what I'm saying? And so they kind of have that, that model as a look to see, okay, this is where I'm at, this is where I want to go. These are some of the ranges for where we can go with that. If I can find that link, I'll have to copy it in the chat and I can check that out. But I think it was interesting. Let me try to find it real quick.
So that's dope.
Here you
Cool,
go.
pretty cool. Definitely.
All
Yeah,
right, I
man.
just
I
put it
love
in.
how they did the
I just put
study
it in
and
the
broke
chat.
them down.
That's a deep study, man. They did a good. It was it's Harvard Business Review.
Hmm.
Yeah, I just put that in there. Like it said that most people believe they're self-aware, but only 10 to 15% of the people studied actually fit that criteria. So that's crazy numbers right there.
I was about to say that. Yeah, I was about to say at first when you was reading that first one, I thought I could relate to that. Was that introspect?
Introspective.
Intro, intro. Was that what that was? That first one you read,
Introspectives
but then
was
when you said the leaders are aware, I think I.
that's awareness. So like the introspectives, they're clear on who they are, but they don't necessarily challenge their own views. You know, just so well. Let me read it real quick. Let me see because I can't remember. I want to say it word for word. So they don't challenge their own views or search for blind spots by getting feedback from others. This can harm their relationships and limit their success. So the more introspective you are, you want to lean towards being more externally aware with a high level of internal awareness. These are the people who know who they are, what they want to accomplish, seek out and value others' opinion. This is where leaders begin to fully realize the true benefits of self-awareness. And that goes into what you said even last week. You know what I'm saying? That's that real love that you love yourself so much that you want to give now into other people, but you want to listen to other people so now you can gain knowledge in their own opinion. And that is how you can kind of lead them into a better lifestyle based on what they think, right? So that's being externally aware, but internally aware enough to see the true benefit to them. And based on that article, that's the true benefit of self awareness.
Yeah, yeah, that's real. That's real. Yes, sir. And that second one that you said, the leaders more, that was just a state of awareness.
Yeah, that was on the aware side. That's pretty much the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal is to fully realize the true benefits of self awareness, which means seek out and value others' opinions, but you also know who you are and where you want to go. And then you seek that out based on where you want to go. And then you can lead yourself, but you can also lead others if they want to get help too. That's my opinion on it now. My opinion really is, is rock with people who rock with you. So if you're doing great out here, you want to exuberate that your greatness to the rest of the world. People that gravitate towards you will want to follow you. And then naturally the people that want to follow you, you want to kind of gain some sense of their opinion on, what it is in life because you want to grow as well. So you have to hear other people's perspectives enough for us to grow into being better people. That doesn't mean you don't know who you are. That just means you're just trying to grow and to be a better person. That's seeking value in others' opinions. You know what I'm saying? Some opinions may be something that you can utilize to be a better version of yourself that you didn't even know. And now you can utilize that to be a better person for yourself, but also bring the people that's wanting to get right with you too. Now you're building a team. Now you have a tribe. Now you have a community, aka we have an academy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's real. That's real.
Yeah, it's a
That's
dope
it.
article, man. Yeah, definitely
That's
check
it.
that out.
For sure. For sure. Yeah, that was a good one, man. That was a good one. I love that self-aware, following up the self-love.
Yeah,
What we call
yeah,
it,
man.
the
So
self-love kit, the self-care kit.
the
Giving
self
out the
awareness, self
self-care
care
kit.
kit.
Yes, yes, sir.
Nah, I rock with that for sure, man. Yeah, bro. But yeah, I think that's a good one, man. For real, for real. I think we can pretty much sum it up, man. Any final words or any final things on the topic?
Yeah, yeah. Close out with this, man. Yeah, this is probably one of my favorites. It's a deep one, and didn't even really need much, but it definitely had to be one of the ones that we address. And while we putting together this self-care kit, some self-love and just being mindful of that self-awareness trait. Being mindful of just understanding yourself, understanding your goals, understanding who you are as a person. What can you contribute to society? I think it'll
Mm,
help you as far as fitness goes. It helps me as far as my life goals go. It helps me gauge my health goals. It helps me gauge
mhm.
my financial goals, and just goals as who I am. Just being self aware. You know, and I'll definitely leave you with that. I love it.
Yeah, man, that's big. Um, I'll kind of leave it with just some summarizations on people who may not necessarily know if they're self-aware. Even if you are, I think it's still good things you can do. Um, there's some ways you can increase your self-awareness. Um, and one way you can do it is just create more time for yourself. Connect with yourself, daily, man. I meditate. You know what I'm saying? I meditate, I wake up in the morning early just so I can kind of just be with myself, and I try to just eliminate a lot of digital distractions and stuff like that. Like, most people grab their phone. I'm not gonna lie, I'm one of them though. But when I'm up in the morning, I'm getting my posts together. I'm getting, all those stuff together early so I can go ahead and carve out all of that out the way so I'm not worried about it later. You know what I'm saying? Mindfulness, excuse me, just walking, going out for a walk, um just listening to nature. You know what I'm saying? Just go outside and just chill. Go to the park, go for a bike ride. These are things that kind of help you, become more self-aware. When you in your car, don't listen to no music, just dead silence, be with yourself. I'm even big on just journaling. You know what I'm saying? I keep a journal. I know Showtime, you keep a journal with you, right? Just paying attention and writing all your thoughts out, recording your inner thoughts, right? Because once you see your thoughts out on paper, you can kind of have a retrospective, say, man, I really think like this. Now you can kind of make an adjustment, and then you'll become more self-aware. And then listen, I say practice listening to people too. Try to pay attention to what people are saying. Look at body language. I think body language is I think it's underrated. Um, you can receive a lot of information just based on body language alone. Some people don't have to talk to you. You can just read their body language, little twitches, you know what I'm saying? Little small architect types. That'll help you be more self-aware because you're paying more attention to those subtle movements, subtle things like that. Get a different perspective. I'm big on, finding counseling, you know what I'm saying, and trying to elevate yourself, getting with someone who's professional, like a coach or whatever, to build that self-awareness so they can kind of figure out who you are because these people are already there and they want to help you out because there might be something that they see in you that you ain't in yourself. So that'll kind of help you gauge more self-awareness because if everybody else can see it, but you can't, you're probably not self-aware enough. You need to be self-aware enough to say, okay, if they're telling me something, and then let's say my friends are telling me the same thing, let's say my coworkers telling me the same thing, that is a high likely chance that they're probably not lying to you. They're probably telling you the truth about something about you. Maybe it could be a bad habit that you are not necessarily aware of, but everybody else can see it. So that's something that is beneficial, is having great people in your corner to help you become more self-aware. And I think those are some of my tips that I would recommend, for you to become more self-aware so you can now become the better version of yourself, so that way you can thrive and strive out here, in this lifestyle. You dig what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what I got for you, man.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yes,
We're
sir.
closing.
Yeah, we
We're
close it out,
closing.
man.
We're closing.
But yeah, so before I close it out, yo, we are finally done with the 30-day
Yeah.
challenge. You dig? We are now
Yeah.
live
Let's
in the
get it.
building. You dig? So go download that
Yeah,
app.
let's get it.
Go
Let's get
download
it.
that app. It is now live in the Rise and Rise Academy app. I'm actually gonna go ahead and post. Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see if I can send y'all that link to download the app. Right. So this is on available on all platforms. This is available in the App Store. This is available in the Play Store as well for those who have Android. So that way, there's no excuses now, right? There's no excuses. Let me go ahead and post that in the chat as well. Let me sure I send that out real quick. There it is. All right, y'all. We live. 30-day challenge is out. You need resistance bands. If you don't have resistance bands, if you go to the app, there is a link to purchase resistance bands from my affiliate. So make sure you go order that. You know, it's on discount right now. It's 15% off. So, you know, go ahead and check that out. You know, the 30-day challenge is free. So this is a free workout for y'all. You know, it's got a couple of rounds in it. You know, it's different workouts. Some of them are recycles, you know, and they're done in a cadence reason. Some of them are going to be harder than others, but it's purposeful. So that way your body gets confused. So it's not just your body getting used to one thing. It's different intervals and different levels for a reason, right? So make sure y'all go check that out. I will be sending a video out, just kind of like showing you how to get to it and where to go. You dig what I'm saying? So yes, the 30-day challenge is out starting right now. So you can start April 12th, April the 12th, right now. 30 days from today is May the 12th. I want to see some results. You dig? I want some feedback. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the workouts. You don't need a gym. You don't need a gym, man. You know, you can do this at your house. You can do it at the park. You can do it at the gym if you want to. You know what I'm saying? These workouts, all you need is your phone so you can watch these videos. You dig what I'm saying? Put a lot of work into this. Showtime helped me get this thing right. You know what I'm saying? So I salute you, my brother, you know, making this thing happen. You dig? And this is the first volume. You feel me? We got some major stuff coming in the works. You dig? So just stay tuned, man. And y'all make sure y'all go check that app out. Check those videos out. You dig? And that's a major accomplishment for the Rise and Rise Academy. This is one big step, man. So yeah, I just want to make sure I give myself a clap on this, man. Clap yourself up too, so for sure. Yeah. So we'll exit out with that, man. We're faced with a challenge. What we do.
We rise and rise, baby. Peace.
Yes, peace. Let's go.